I absolutely loved Divorce Bait. I've been gushing to Vanessa, I gushed to Eric, so I think it's only right that I sneak you in and gush as well.
You saw it?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't spoken to anyone that's seen it yet. So this is the first time for me.
I told Vanessa it's one of those movies where you get like the two tears, like the little tears in your eye, and you're like laughing, crying.
Those
It's
are the best
so good.
comedies. Those are the absolute best comedies.
It had me in stitches from start to finish. Was that when you read the script something that really caught your eye? What was it that really made you want to be a part of Divorce Bait?
So the story with me being involved is it it's funny. During the pandemic, there's not a lot of jobs coming through on the websites that most actors use to find projects. And it said Latino couple, Latino man, who's a very loving husband, but has a kind of crazy wife, and they get into all kinds of trouble. $125 a day. Uh, and here's a dinner scene. I usually don't do things for $125 a day, but since it was the pandemic, I I figured I need. I always say I need like the Paul Rudd esque scenes. I don't have those. So basically, I see this breakdown for a loving husband, a gentle, loving husband that's somewhat comedic, Latino, and has a bit of a fire to him. And I was like, well, I need that Paul Rudd esque scene where I'm kind of funny, just an everyday guy, simple, because I usually get the villain, the asshole lawyer, the abusive father, the murderer. That's what I'm. That's what I'm cast as. So I thought it was a director's reel. I just thought they were going to shoot two scenes, and then the director uses these scenes to try to get funding to make the movie. So I auditioned. They have a callback, and the callback's great. Vanessa Vasquez is on the Zoom with me, and they're like, "We love how you did it. We saw everything," and I'm like, "Okay, this is wonderful." And I still didn't understand that it was a feature film. I do it 2 weeks later, like it was a while. I didn't hear back from them. Christina, the writer, Patrick's wife, calls me and says, "We'd like to offer you the part." And I'm like, "Wow, that's great." So I usually don't do $125 a day, but I really wanted to do something during the pandemic and just get that nice, simple reel done. She's like, "Oh, well, the price has changed. Sorry, I made a mistake on that." And and it's a feature film. I'm like, "So how many days?" And she's like, 19. I'm like, "Oh my God, this is great news." So that kept me busy during the pandemic. The what drew me to it is that the writing is fantastic. Christina just had a knack at finding the things that couples, as you saw in the scenes, the couples go after. And instead of, I didn't have to play the passive male, which I think is getting expressed too much in cinema today. And I know that's a backlash to having the guy always saving the woman. They allowed us both to be human. So when she does something stupid, I say that's stupid. And when I do something stupid, she says that's stupid.
The scene in the car where you call her Cardi B and she gets out, that was so.
Okay, and without giving too much away, the other scene in the car after she spies on me on that date, that to me is real, and that's real. Justin going, am I allowed to swear? Uh, um, are you fucking crazy? You put me on a fake date, and then you're listening. I mean, this is you did this. Like, see how I'm doing? It's like you did it, not me. And Patrick, the director, allowed us to go there. And that's what I love that. Sorry, I get so excited talking about this.
I did ask Vanessa if there was any improv, and she said there were little moments here and there for you guys. So it sounds like that one was more realistic, but a little bit of improv though as well. I mean, page script, but a little bit of improv as well.
There were Christina, and both Christina and Patrick were so wonderful because sometimes as an actor you get to a line where just a word is kind of flubbing you up. It's not a tongue twister. It just, that's not how I would say it. and I'm not gonna say that's not how my character would say it. It's bullshit. I'm the guy who's always, living out these roles. It's just like it would make more sense if we could do this. Or I said, can I put some Spanish in there? And they didn't want too much Spanish, but I really wanted to add, chica here or chica there, and they allowed me to change certain things to make me feel more comfortable. Vanessa was incredible with her improv. Uh, Joe Nunez and Greg Roman, my sidekicks, they're the comic relief. And that's when Patrick would say, all right, let's do it another one and just change the ending this time. Another one, I'll change the ending this time. Don't stay the burrito line, change it to some other kind of food. And it was phenomenal. I had such a blast.
I asked Vanessa if there was anyone who cracked up that much during filming, but she said you guys were able to mostly get through your scenes without breaking until they said cut.
True. And with me, I'm very good at that because I'm serious. Like, this is time is money. We need to get the shot done. And you don't want me to break, because if I break, then we've got a problem. It's my father calls it the library syndrome, where you're not supposed to talk or laugh. But I at one time I was at a funeral with my father and my uncle. We're sitting at the pew. We get on our knees to pray. I wasn't very familiar with the person who died. It was like a second cousin of my father and uncle. The guy in front of us, you could see his ass crack. My uncle starts making plumber jokes and stuff, and we're cracking up. We're the person doing a eulogy. And that's when it gets the worst. You start sweating, like, please, please, no one look at us. So if I break, that's a problem. So that's why I don't, I'm like, naked grandmother, naked grandmother, naked grandmother. Just think of something that's not funny whatsoever and just stick to the scene. But
Well,
Joe got me. Joe and Greg would get me. And I'm there. I'm
well,
like,
I
you
imagine
fucker.
that for sure.
Remember when I was drunk and I was drunk and I had to be asleep and the two guys are still talking? Well, Patrick would let them riff, and I'm like, oh man, I'm passed out, guys. Don't be too funny.
What is it then about Alexis and Marco's relationship that he finally caves? And well, maybe he doesn't finally, or he just puts up with. I mean, it seems like he just has to put up with the fact that she's insistent upon them faking this separation. Is it love? Is it that he's used to her crazy? Is it all of the above?
Um, I would say it's all the above. Used to her crazy, loves her, doesn't think she's going to do it. Okay, you do it. Now, all right, here are the little consequences. We go. But then, as you see in the movie, the consequences and the stakes, she opened Pandora's box. Now, I've been asked questions like, how am I similar to him and how am I different? I'm similar to him. Like, I just want the status quo. Let's not rock the boat. He doesn't want to rock the boat. Let's just cool, calm, and collective. We live our lives. We're having a great time. I love you. You love me. The only difference is that would have been a deal breaker for me. I would have said, you're not doing it. You do it. We're done. And that makes no sense because we both, Marco and I, who don't need extra drama. I don't know, man. There's some people that love it. I don't. I'm an actor. I get plenty of drama. So the extra thing, for example, if we're going to like my premiere tonight, and my mother and her sister are coming and they want to start fighting about, well, where are we going to go for dinner? That's none of my business. Don't involve me. Don't involve me in that argument. It's an extra drama that I don't need. And I think that's what Marco didn't want. Just don't need extraneous stress in his life. She added that, but of course, he loves her. She's beautiful. They make each other laugh.
Well, that's what I think is also what's going to make this a fast fan favorite rom-com. There are moments of heart, there are insane moments of humor, but at the end of the day, there is real love between this couple. And
Jamie, you got it.
I
You called it.
I,
I
I see
look
it
at
on
the.
screen with the
That's it.
chemistry between the two of you.
Thank you. as an actor, I wanted to do well. I wanted to make a lot of money. But when my parents asked me, or my friends asked me, well, how do you think you did? I'm like, if you look on the screen, it looks like two people that seriously love each other and have gone through their first major marital hiccup, and they survive it. And to me, that's the drama in the rom-com.
Well, as I said, I think it's going to have people rolling. There's going to be those moments where you laugh, cry. I really think this one is such a good one for you. And it's out today. How do you plan to celebrate?
Well, we have a last minute premiere set up that Vanessa put together celebrating her birthday and the release. It came together real quick, very limited seating. We wanted to get people that haven't seen the movie yet invited. 56 people. We have 2 more seats left. We're going, and I'm going to be blasting it on social media, telling people if you see it, send me a screenshot of your TV screen, send it to me because I want to make a montage of all the people around the world. And I've already had friends in Japan taking pictures of their screen, saying, I'm watching it. Oh, big shout out I have to do right now. My college roommate, Craig Hoverman, and his wife, Anna, went to a 10 a.m. showing in Austin with their 7-month-old son, Oscar. They went with the child and the nanny. Craig has 4 children total, owns his own business, and has 3 dogs. The last thing he needs to do is see a raunchy comedy at 10 a.m. in the morning, not even a date night with his wife. He brings the baby. He sends me pictures. He sends a video inside. That is a true friend. Craig
That is
Overman, I love you.
that is a best ride or die I've ever heard. One of the best ride
Right.
or dies I've ever heard of.
Picture of them in front of the poster with the stroller with the kid.
That man's coming to your Emmy Award,
Yes.
your
Yes, he
Oscar
is.
award. That man will be there, I promise you. He'll be in the seats
He's been to them
crying and
all.
clapping at you.
Yep. He's been to everything. Unbelievable.
Well, what's next for you? Have you been busy working on much else outside of this?
So this last month, I would say the last 3 weeks has been just a total push of Divorce Bait. It's my first time to have a publicist, so it's the first time to do these interviews, which have been amazing. But it is a job, right? It is work. There is a certain amount of energy that you need to give to each interview, which I don't mind. I'm auditioning, commercials, theatrical, and I have one other movie, Secrets in the Building on Lifetime. It's coming out sometime. It was supposed to come out today, but I don't see it on the network anywhere. So maybe later on this month. And then after that, next year, 2 more Lifetime movies will be released. So it's a good time.
My goodness, it's a wonderful lifetime is what they're doing right now. So it might be a little too dark for the holidays right this second.
Well, it was interesting. I looked at that the Lifetime movies, all Christmas, and then Lifetime Network, all killer, thriller. My dead grandmother's secret, whatever you want. Mine is Secrets in the Building.
Cheerleader
So,
sleepover murder
yeah,
or whatever.
yep. I was in Deadly Cheers.
Oh, there you
that
go.
was
See?
already passed. Deadly Cheers. Deadly Cheers, Driven to Kill, Secrets of Housewives. Secrets of Housewives.
Well, this is quite a different role for you. Comedy is a gift for you, it seems like. Is that
Thank you.
something you're going to be starting to pursue a little bit more as well?
I've always been in it, just because my family's funny. I guess I got my humor from my dad. My mom's gonna kill me if I don't add her. Mom, you are funny too. But it's truly from my family. We're all a bunch of characters. I get cast in commercials 90% of the time as the comic relief or the straight man in a comedic commercial. I have no clue. Maybe it's how animated I am. And I lived in Japan for 12 years, and all their commercials are like, oishi,
Very
wow, look,
exaggerated.
my coffee. So I'm so used to it. Then when it comes to theatrical, all my reels are the killer, the mafia leader, the abusive husband, the whatever, the asshole attorney, um, the sexy, gorgeous lead that just is so mysterious, you don't know what he's thinking. Um, that's all I got cast as. So when I try to audition for a comedy, I could only send them the commercial links. And some directors like, okay, well, that's 15 seconds. I don't know if you're funny. Then I got something in a TV show called Minimum Wage, where I played like an Ari Gold manager, literary manager, and that was 2 minutes of pure comedic genius, and I nailed it. And that's what helped me get into other auditions. And then with Divorce Bait, got the audition. I'm like, I know this dinner scene because it's my family. It's my family. No, 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 no. You're sitting down. You're going to eat, finish. You're not going up with you go. There you go. Right. With Alexis. You're not going to go over and talk to that couple. We're going to enjoy our, where are you going? And then you just watch her as she just does her thing. So I kind of play the straight man in that movie, and I don't mind that.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the wonderful work you continue to do on our screens?
I appreciate every like, every comment. Um, you have to understand, it makes me feel amazing. The organic engagement I have on Facebook and Instagram. I might not have 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, don't have a lot actually, but the engagement, I think anyone would see that and go, oh my God, they're loyal. You guys are loyal. Thank you so much for watching every Lifetime movie. I would truly appreciate you to see Divorce Bait, because I believe that this movie is a stepping stone for greater projects in the future. And I'll always be answering your questions. I'll always be replying to the comments until I get 100,000 followers. Then I probably won't have time to do that.